Hey, I'm Mickey and this is
Benj.
and we are Dear Superstar and you're watching Underkill TV.
Okay, welcome to Underkill TV. I'm joined with the boys from Dear Superstar. How you doing, guys? Welcome to Hard Rock Hell.
Yeah, thank you. First year for us, so I'm well excited. Thank you.
Yeah, really excited. We've heard quite a bit about the festival and looking forward to
but
playing.
glowing reports every year. So.
Yeah, it just seems to be a festival that's getting bigger and bigger every year, and more the bands. And what I like about it, even though it's sort of aimed at the old sort of the classic sort of rock sounding bands, it still gives a lot of new bands the chance to play these
we've got
festivals.
a lot of friends on this festival actually. Like some of the younger bands, we know them really well, so it's really great to. I reckon it's going to be a pretty good party tonight, to be honest.
And you guys are playing today at 2 o'clock, is it? Something like that?
Yeah, stage 2, 2 o'clock. Yeah, so well excited. Can't wait.
And how long have you got for that? Have you got an hour or 45 minutes?
Yeah, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So we've actually just got off, we've been on tour for like 6 weeks doing a half-hour set, so kind of like almost like ducks out of water doing 45 minutes. It feels weird, but no, I can't wait. It's just like smash out some of the new tunes for my new record.
We've been back in the practice room and done a 45-minute set, and so
It's quite cool because it was a great end to the year for you guys, because you went through the UK in October, didn't you? And now you're coming to the end of the year and rounded off by Hard Rock Hell.
Yeah, exactly. We did October and most of November, wasn't it, with Soil and Puddle of Mud.
Yeah.
And then we went straight out after that with Duff McKagan.
Yeah.
Duff McKagan's Loaded. So yeah, it was a wicked run for us. We got like a good, quite a few weeks out on the road, just solid touring. And then when we got home, it was like, oh no, don't want to be home. But yeah, so we got this, and it's wicked. It's going to kick off another. We've got a string of shows coming up in December, so it's just a great way to kick it all off again for us.
I think we've got 6 shows at the end of December.
Yeah.
Just leading straight into Christmas. So have a nice Christmas break, and then
back on it.
Yeah, hit it hard next year.
Got a new album to sell, so
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. You've got a new album out. Can you tell us a bit about it? What's the title of the album?
It's called Damned Religion. It's kind of like it's a lot darker than our previous offerings. It's but a bit more honed, a bit more defined.
I mean, I'd like to think it's a bit more mature.
Yeah.
I think we've got some kick-ass songs on there.
Yeah,
so.
it's full of hooks, and like we kind of wrote the album 3 times before we thought it was right. We wrote the whole thing once, recorded it. It was like no, and not a single one of those tunes made it onto the record in the end.
Really?
And then we started again, and it just wasn't right. It was supposed we were supposed to have released it on Halloween. No, not Halloween. Sorry, that's when the single came out. Valentine's Day. This year, and like we hadn't even finished the first song at that point. So we ended up finishing it like in August. So 18 months it took us, and it should have taken us 6 months, right? Kind of thing.
We probably finished quite a few songs, but just scrapped them like Nick said.
Was that a nice thing though, to feel that you weren't under any pressure to get the album out, and you released it when you felt it was right? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, with Heartless, our previous album, we had 5 weeks in a studio booked, and that was it. Do the record. And a lot of it, was written on the go. And this time, we have our own studio now in Manchester called Superstar Studios, and we kind of got in there, and it didn't matter. There was no pressure at all. There was no time scales breathing down our necks or anything like that. We just spent as much time as we wanted every single day until 4 a.m, whenever we wanted to. Just our own space, living in there, and it was just, I don't know, it was just a wicked vibe, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean there was tense times, as there is going to be, but I'd say 99% of the time we all got on as a family, and friends, and
even our producer Johnny, you probably know from Heaven's Basement. Like he lived with us as well the whole time, and it was just like it was just like a big, like, completely dysfunctional, weird, dirty, stinking family, but it was wicked. No, it was a great experience, and I'd like to do it that way again, definitely.
And with regards to the album now, obviously, can you get that through iTunes, and can you get it from the website as well?
You can't yet. At the moment, we've just got a limited run that you can buy from shows, and then it actually hits shelves on the 7th
of February.
7th of February next year. That's when it's out everywhere, download and everything. But in the meantime, you can download Our City Sleeps, which is the first single.
And that's from your website?
iTunes, anywhere.
iTunes.
iTunes.
Okay.
It's doing alright. It's getting decent now.
And if anybody does want to check out the band, what is the website?
Probably best check us out on Facebook / Dear Superstar, and then dearsuperstar.co.uk.
Just like that.
Just like that.
And another question I was going to ask you, the video you done, City Sleeps, it features a certain member of Buckcherry, Steve. How did that come about then?
Well, we've got a wicked touring history with Buckcherry. We did full European tours with them, full UK tours, and just getting like brothers to us now.
Really?
And we went to see them on what was that tour called?
They were doing the Taste of Chaos
Taste of
tour.
Chaos.
Disturbed. Yeah.
That's it. And we're good friends with Papa Roach obviously as well. So we went down and met them all, and we were actually mid-recording, and Johnny was up, and the studio was working at the time. So we were just like,
I think Adam was actually at that time working on the guitars in.
That was right. Yeah.
And we were chatting with Buck Cherry, and they're saying, "How's your album coming along?" And I said, "Oh, you can have a listen to bits and bobs." And Stevie was sat with his guitar, sort of playing a few bits through it. Wow. And we said, "Do you fancy doing a bit?" And
like,
so
it was in Manchester, so it was like literally a 10-minute drive. So it was like, "Come on, jump in the car, we're going." So he jumped in, and we spent half a day there, just ripping out solos. And like, I mean, he slayed, didn't he? It was incredible. It just sounded wicked. And I mean, the product is obviously Our City Sleeps.
And like you say, it's also a good thing for you to get across to the American fans, because a lot of people at Buckcherry are massive in America, and if that can help, it's obviously good for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's all good stuff, you know. It's having that link with Buckcherry over in the States is definitely no bad thing. So
again, it's great collaborating with friends as well.
Yeah. It was just a wicked afternoon, wasn't it, of recording. Yeah, definitely.
And what's the plans? As you say, you've got the album out in 2012. Is there any festivals lined up for 2012 or any?
It's probably a bit early yet. I mean, we're going to be the festival whores. We're going to do everything we can, as we kind of are every year, I suppose. Like we'll always do any festival we can get our hands on. But you know, we're not strangers to the Download Festival or Sonisphere either. So I'm sure you'll see us at least one of those, and then around Europe as well. So. Just everything, you know, we need to be everywhere next year. Just leave no stone unturned. Get the album heard by as many people as possible. So.
Well, we'll be glad to review it on Underkill TV here, and we look forward to hearing it. And as I say, we wish you all the very best for today, and we'll be checking you out there.
Come down.
Yeah, definitely be good to check the guys out.
Put some shapes with us.
Down the front in the mosh pit. Well, thanks guys. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. Can't wait to check you out later on. This is the guys from Dear Superstar, and this has been Underkill TV. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks. Standing